summer,
Yeah.
and I'm in the autumn of my life.
It's the
So, but
autumn.
I still want to
This is
have fun. I still want
autumn.
to have fun. You know, I mean, that's why I have pink hair, right? So I still want to have fun, right?
Yeah, me too, John.
So
But don't consider yourself, older. No, you're not in your autumn. You're just in maybe a little bit early autumn, so I'll say. So
early,
you should
yes, early.
consider
Okay, I will go with that. I will go with early autumn. I
yeah.
agree with that because I still want to have fun. I still want to travel, and if
Yeah.
I want to have pink hair, I have pink hair. You know,
Oh,
so I have a
love.
young spirit, but it doesn't exactly match my body anymore because my
I don't
body is a little older. Yeah. Okay.
understand.
All right. So,
Yeah.
okay. So great. So
No,
there we
you're
go.
in a good condition, trust me. So you look great. And you're such, like a globish person. You like to travel. You like to do things that maybe people are stuck there, like in Canada without seeing the world. There's a lot of people. But you are travel. You've been in Mexico, you've been
Yes.
everywhere.
And I've been to
So you're
Europe. I've been to Southeast Asia. I've been to Australia. I've been to
yeah.
many states in the United States. I have to wait till Trump leaves, and then I really like trains. So I've done a few Amtrak trains in the United States. Really like trains. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Okay. So let's continue. As easy as pie. Now we're not talking about actual pie. Of course, everybody likes pie, right? And there's different types of pies in different countries, of course. But we're talking about something that is not difficult. Okay. So, oops, now what happened? Okay. Sometimes I click on something by accident. Okay, here it is. We got it back. Okay. So, this is a live class. So it's not pre recorded, it's not edited. What happens, happens. Okay. All right. So, okay, as easy as pie, meaning very easy or simple to do. Learning to use the new software was as easy as pie for her. Okay. So I think on my last class, I was really happy. Someone said, well, learning English with you, teacher Joanne, is easy as pie. So that really made me happy because I really do feel that I'm a good teacher. And I've helped lots and lots of students become more confident and not worry about speaking perfect English and learning real life English. Okay, so learning a language, maybe is difficult for you or maybe easy as pie. Okay, it could be other skills. Okay, some type of a work related skill. Okay, learning how to be a leader, learning how to be, a boss, learning how to drive a car, learning how to cook different dishes. Okay, so think about some things that might be easy as pie for you. So what's easy as pie for you? Okay, let's see. Usama, can you think of something that's easy as pie for you? Okay, what about Laura? Laura, can you think of something that's easy as pie for you? Laura?
I think the easiest pie for me is dancing.
Dancing. Okay, great. And
Yeah,
what
it's
kind of
easy for me.
what kind of dancing do you like?
I like salsa.
Oh, great. I like
I'm from
salsa too.
Mexico,
Great.
so salsa, yes, I like.
Where in Mexico, Laura? Where are you
Guadalajara.
in? Oh, Guadalajara. Oh, I
Yes.
lived that was my last city in Mexico. Yes. So,
Oh,
yes,
really?
yeah, I lived in Colonia Chapalita.
Oh, yes, I know that, Colonia. Sí.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes,
it's a
it's so
very nice
pretty
Colonia,
over
lots
there.
of trees. Lots of trees, lots of trees.
Yes, yes,
So
Chapalita.
that was my last apartment in that my last place in Mexico. Yes. Okay.
Oh,
So yes,
nice.
I still have friends. I still have, amigas y amigos in Guadalajara.
Hey,
Yes. Both
yeah, nice.
tapatios, and also foreigners because there's
Uh-huh.
it's a mix. It's a mix in Guadalajara,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And there's
Yes.
many people from different countries and Canada, the United States. One of my friends moved from Mexico City to Guadalajara. She really likes Guadalajara better than Mexico City. It's still a big city, but Mexico City is like muy grande, right? So
Bigger than, yes,
I know,
muy,
I
mucho.
know. Exactly, muchas, exactly. So welcome to the class. Okay, well that's great that
Thank
you're
you.
from Guadalajara. Yes, I really
Thank you.
loved
Nice to
living in
meet you.
Guadalajara, and I will be visiting it, soon. Yes, I do live. I came back to Canada because of my health insurance, but I will be coming. I am a residente permanente, so I can come back
Oh,
to Mexico at any time. Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
nice. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I've lived in Mexico for 6 years full time. So Guadalajara, Mexico City. I lived in Oaxaca, San Miguel de Allende,
Oh,
and just south of
wow.
Guadalajara, in Ajijic and Chapala.
Sí,
Yeah.
Ajijic. Yes.
hmm hmm
Oh,
So
nice. You know perfectly
so
here.
I have been to
Very
different
nice.
beaches, in your beautiful country. And yes, I love Mexico and the food and the arts and the culture and the history and yes. And
Nice.
definitely Dia de los
Great.
Muertos is my favorite.
Ah,
Yeah.
sí.
Yeah,
Sí.
yeah. I
Okay.
will say, I will say, lately about our country. We are also live in beautiful and safe countries.
Yes.
Just you wanted to show you a country that is have, I mean, so interesting facts for site visitings and sightseeing, and
Yes.
you know, if you give time to other participant, it will be better.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So let's move it along here. We're on number 7, under the weather. Now, there's nothing to do with weather. It just means that you don't feel that well. Okay. So if someone says, "Oh, hi, hello, how are you doing?" and you say, I'm kind of under the weather today. So you might have a cold, you might have a little bit of a fever, maybe your stomach hurts. Okay, now you don't have to go to the hospital or anything. Okay, so it's not super serious. Okay, feeling ill or unwell. She's been feeling under the weather, so she's staying home from work today. Okay, so everybody has these days, right? Maybe you ate something that doesn't, agree with you, didn't digest. Maybe you got a little bit of a sniffle, your nose is running, you have a bit of maybe a sore throat. Okay. So you don't have to go to the hospital or anything, but the idiom is under the weather. And you hear this all the time, especially now here in Canada because the seasons are changing. Okay. See, I'm still wearing summer clothes, right? But really I should start, wearing sweaters and jackets and things like that because it's even though it's sunny and warm, it's a little cooler. Okay, it's not 30 plus anymore. This summer we actually were, I think it hit 35 one day or 1 or 2 days this summer. Like that's like super hot. This is Celsius, of course. Okay, so this is a good idiom to know because when someone asks you how you're doing, sometimes you are under the weather. You're not muy bien. You're not really good. Okay. And the person wants to know, whether you have enough energy or whether you're in the mood to do something. Okay. So maybe a friend says, "Oh, you want to go for lunch today?" And then you say, "I'm sorry, I'm under the weather. Let's reschedule, for next week." Okay. Or your boss says, "How are you feeling today?" And then you say, "Oh, I'm under the weather. I think that I need to stay home from work tomorrow." Okay. So very useful idiom, under the weather. Okay.
Under
So it
the
has to do
weather.
with a minor sickness or illness. Okay. So it's not serious. Basically, you just stay home. You have a lot of soup. You drink a lot of fluids, and then the next day or 2 days, then you're better again. Okay. So under the weather. So can you think of a time when you were under the weather?
That
Maybe.
that that phrase only applies when is talking about health.
Yes, yes, correct.
Sick. Oh,
Yes. Yeah, minor health problems. Okay.
mhm.
You know,
Okay.
like a headache or a cold and your nose is dripping, so
Okay.
yeah, right? Okay, like kids are under the weather all the time, like it just seems like, they just barely get better, and then they go to school, and then they pick up germs at school, and then they're under the weather again, right? Okay. We don't have to take them to the hospital or anything. It's not really serious. You probably don't even have to go to the doctor. Sometimes you might need antibiotics, but usually you just stay home, you rest, you drink a lot of fluids, you eat soup, maybe chicken soup, and then you're better. So it is a useful idiom. So,
It's
when people ask you, how you're doing, and you say, oh, okay, but I think I'm under the weather today. Yeah. Or
so as well, teacher Joanne, as well, we can say as well, like, we can use this idiomatic expression. What's up with you today? I'm under the weather. I mean, I feel a little bit depressed, guys. You can use that.
exactly.
I mean,
Yes,
necessary health, but feel you like on the verge of despair. You feel a little bit dragged down by somebody. This
exactly.
is you can use this as well. Like
It's very useful. It's very useful because it covers a lot of territory, right? Okay. So then your friend knows that you're not 100%. Okay.
exactly, exactly.
So, it's not super serious, and you'll probably be better the next day, but maybe you
Yeah.
just don't have the energy to go hiking, or, something that requires a lot of energy. And you
Mm-hmm.
say, I'm sorry, I'm just really under the weather. And then that's that. Then you don't have to have a big long explanation about your stomach, about your nose, about your headache and everything. Okay. Basically, the other person knows what you're talking about. Okay. You're just not 100%. Okay.
Exactly.
So very useful. Very useful. Under the weather.
Under
It's
the
kind of
weather, yeah.
weird, because you can't be over the weather. You only be under the weather, but it's really true. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Oh, this is a good one. Number 8. Now we're doing quite well because we do want to always have the last 5 minutes for storytelling. Okay. So, but we're on number 8 already, so we're doing great. Okay. To be nuts about something or someone. To be nuts. Okay. To be extremely enthusiastic or passionate about something. My sister is nuts about pumpkin spice lattes. She buys them every day during fall. Okay, so if you have a Starbucks in your country, yes, everything is pumpkin spice everything right now. So pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice cappuccinos, pumpkin spice scones, pumpkin spice buns. I mean, it's just crazy right now. Okay. So, but you can also be nuts about a person. Okay. Let's just say, you have a new boyfriend or girlfriend, and you could say, and then your friend says, oh, how are things going with you and Kelly? Oh, and then you say, I'm really nuts about him. Okay. So that means that you really like him or her. Could be, I mean, obviously, right? Okay. So when you're nuts about something, okay, I'm really nuts about traveling. Okay. I really, really like to travel. Any opportunity to go on a bus, plane, car, train, boom, I just go. I just go. Like I just found out that there's a bus stop right in front of my apartment, and so I don't even know where it goes. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna hop on the bus, and just wherever it goes is I'll go. And then when I find something interesting out the window, I'll ring the bell, and then I'll leave. So everybody is nuts about something, okay? Or a person. Okay. Taylor Swift has many fans. So the Swifties are nuts about her and her music. Okay. So let's find out what you were nuts about. Okay. So Laura, why don't we just go around the whole class and tell the class what you're nuts about? Anything.
I'm not. I don't know if it's correct to say this phrase, but I'm not of my neighbor's music.
Okay, so
It's
you're nuts
too
about
too
about.
too about. I'm
Yeah.
so I'm nuts about my neighbor's music. It's too loud at night and strong rock. Like
Okay.
crazy.
Okay. Right. All right. So you don't like it. So then you say you're not nuts about your neighbor's music. See,
Oh,
negative. Okay.
oh, negative.
So if you're nuts about something, then you really like it. Okay. But if you're
Okay.
not nuts, that
Not.
is negative. You do not like your neighbor's music. Too
Oh,
loud.
I'm not.
I remember all the loud music in Mexico. Yes, especially in the event centers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so great.
May I?
Arojo, next. Go ahead. What are you nuts about? Next person. Okay. Arif, what are you nuts about? Okay. Christina, what are you nuts about?
I'm fond and nuts about you, Teacher Jen.
Thank you, Christina. I always love it when you join the class because,
And don't get me wrong,
you're
guys.
happy and positive. Yes.
First means also something silly, something, don't get me wrong, with mental illness person. Like, it's not offensive. Please, teacher, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
you can say, look at that person. He's not person. He's really not. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, in terms of
Yes.
negative, you
Yes.
can.
That's not an idiom. Okay, that is nuts in that case means crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
crazy. So
So
mental illness,
yeah.
basically. You're not
So
normal.
this is the idiom. So if you're nuts about something, that means that you really like it. Okay. So you're nuts about the beautiful red wines of Italy. Okay. Or,
Exactly.
when I was in Mexico, I was nuts about
Oh,
reposada tequila,
exactly.
fine tequila, right? So
Exactly.
it's whatever you like. Or, Laura said that she's not nuts about the loud music of her
Yeah,
neighbor. So,
yeah.
so
But
yeah, it can be
music,
positive or negative. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Anybody else that wants to tell about what they're nuts about or not? Oh, hey, Norma's
I'm
back.
nuts about traveling. No, teacher Jonna, it can be like that. No.
Great, great. That's fantastic. Norma's back from Argentina. Welcome back, Norma. So, can you think of something that you're nuts about?
Hello, Teacher Joanne. I'm so happy to be in your class.
And I'm
Well,
happy that
I
you're here. Thank you.
let me think a sentence and I will share with you.
Okay.
I will think
Okay.
about it. Thank
So
you.
think of something that you really, really like. I know that mate is very popular in Argentina, so maybe you're nuts about, mate. I don't know. There's all kinds of things. So, and it can be small things, big things, because it's an idiom. This is just conversation, right? Okay, so you keep thinking, Norma. I was glad that you're back in the class. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, so we have a nice sized class today. So lots of good ideas, lots of input, which is wonderful. Okay, so we are going to switch over to our storytelling section here very soon. Okay, Norma's thought of something that she's nuts about. Go ahead. What are you
Well,
nuts about?
I was I was thinking about a sentence about be about too. Could
Yes,
be when, for example, when a person is going to take a bus
yes,
on the street. Hurry up! The bus is about to leave, or something like that. Could
yes.
be. Well, that is my example.
Well, okay. Well, if you feel nuts, that means you feel anxious. Okay. So yes, that would be correct. If you feel nuts about missing the bus, that means anxious. Okay. So in this idiom lesson, we are talking about nuts as I feel nuts about. So this is something that you really really like, or in the case of Laura, it was the things that she really really did not like, the loud music from her neighbors. Okay. So right. Okay, but what you're saying is proper English. Is proper English. So it's fine. Okay, so because nuts, I mean, we could eat nuts, right? It's a food, but nuts has actually quite a lot of different meanings, really, in the English language. So it can mean crazy, it can mean anxious, it can mean something that you really like, you know? So there's lots of meanings for nuts. Okay, so is there any other examples of, you know, your nuts for, nuts about, not nuts about? Okay. All right. Now, so what we do for the last 5 minutes in my class is I give you the opportunity to tell a story. Tell a story, tell a joke, tell a little mini story. That's called an anecdote. Okay. We've had movie views, we've had jokes, we've had happy stories, we've had sad stories. You know, this is basically, just think of us all in a coffee shop and we're having our latte or our cappuccino or our espresso or our chai or our mate, whatever your drink preference is, and then we're just like telling a story. Okay. So we've got about 5 minutes for a couple of people to tell a little story. Okay. So does anybody have a story about maybe what's happening on the weekend, what's happening with their friends, family, anything, anything. Great.
I
Okay.
can go.
Yeah,
Don't
go
mind.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Tell us the story. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, teacher. Thank you. So, guys, it's a short story, about the fox and the grapes. So
Okay.
I'll be quick.
Yeah.
Please, pay attention. So let me start it. One afternoon, a fox was walking through the forest and spotted a bunch of grapes hanging from over a lofty branch. Just a
Okay.
time, but
Yeah.
to catch my tourist, he thought. Uh, Taking a few steps back, the fox jumped and just missed the hanging grapes. Again, the fox took a few paces back. Basically, the fox just took some, like step back
Right.
and tried to reach the grape, but still failed. Finally, giving up, the fox turned up his nose and said,
Yes. Yes.
"They're probably sore anyway. Process it, walk away." So the moral of this story, guys, it's easy to despite what you cannot have. It's
That's
easy to
right.
despise what you cannot have it, and say, "Oh, I don't like it."
Yes. That's a good story of sour. It's called sour grapes, Christina. Sour grapes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So great. So I mean, you don't have it, but it's easy to say, yeah, I can't get it because I can get it basically.
Yes.
So it's
That's a good
moral.
that's a good
Yeah,
fable. That's a good fable, Christina, because it's a lesson for life, right? It's a
exactly.
lesson for life.
I mean, the
Right.
early outer winter. I said no. You're in the early. Sorry, I said you are in the early after. Autumn, not
Yes.
winter. So
Yes.
just the story. Just be positive. Be positive.
Exactly.
And even
Exactly.
though you can't get it, maybe 50 or 40 years old. Who cares?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. It's
Positive.
re- it's really true. It's really true. Right. So
Exactly.
yes. So yeah. So if you hear somebody say, "Oh, that's sour grapes," then that's also a shortcut for meaning, well, you're not really telling the truth. You're not really telling the truth. Yeah.
It's true sometimes. But anyway, even if you can't get it, you can't have it immediately, but you can do it
And you
different
can't
way.
get it. Yeah.
You
Exactly.
can,
Okay.
like
That's right.
out, you can find different way out, and loopholes somehow, in order to complete the missing stuff that you don't have it. And there is
Exactly.
different tricks in order to, complete it and to fold this in filling the missing stuff that you don't have it.
Exactly.
So the
Exactly.
moral of the
Okay.
story.
That's a very good fable and lesson for life. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Anybody else? We have probably, we have time for, I would say, one more story, joke, anything. It's okay. Great. Fantastic. Norma's going to tell us a little story. Go ahead, Norma.
Well, it is a joke, like a
Joke. We love,
joke.
We love
No,
jokes.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
we
it's a
love
joke,
jokes.
but it's
Okay.
something very simple.
Okay.
It's for discover which word it is. And the
Okay.
question is, this word starts with letter E and ends with letter E and has only one letter in it. What kind of
What?
word it is? Is it?
Hmm. Well, the word that I'm thinking of is evoke because it starts with E and it ends with E, but it only has one letter in the middle.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then it has to be Eve. Is it Eve? EVE?
No.
No. Okay. Okay, class. Okay, class.
it,
Okay.
it is
Guess
um,
Norma's
it is
joke.
an envelope because it has one letter in it.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Starts with
That's very
E,
good,
ends with
Norma.
E.
I did not think of an envelope. That was good. That was a good joke. Okay. And so you have to think about that one, right? Because you're not thinking about a paper letter, right? So you didn't so that's why I thought I'm thinking, oh, it has to be Eve, EVE. Okay, then what else could it be? It has to be, I mean, whatever, right? Like ETE or something. Yeah, but no, I did not think of a folded paper going in an envelope.
One letter.
That's good. That's really good. Okay, does anybody else have you know, uh, a short story or a joke, or we're just going to wrap up for today? Okay. So we just about, wow, we got really, really close on all 10 idioms. I did post it on the WhatsApp group. Okay. So I think we got it to number 8 out of 10. So that's pretty good. So that's basically how the class goes for the new people. We start off with introductions if anybody's new. We have questions and answers about my country, Canada. We do, I would say 8 to 10 idioms is about what we're doing. And then the last 5 minutes, we have basically an open microphone, an open mic time where you get to tell a joke. And then I think that was the first fable, Christina, that we've had. So that's great. So it's good to have variety. And so today we had a fable, we had a joke. And so that's great. So thank you for your attention, class.
Thank you for your
And
commitment. I love
yep,
it. Love
yep.
whatever you're doing, and we're pushing
Thank
a
you.
lot in terms of
Thank
helping us and me. Thank you.
we have
Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah,
Your
for in an
compliment.
hour. In an hour, we pack a lot in,
I can,
really.
I
For
can
60
a little bit.
minutes, we get
Yeah,
we cover a
40.
lot of territory. Yeah.
For 1 hour, you compromise your time instead of doing something else. So you do that. So yeah, I appreciate it
Well,
really.
I really love teaching, Christina. Right. This is real. I wanted to be a teacher when
I
I was
know.
7 years old, right? And I taught little kids for 30 years. So I don't teach little kids anymore. I only teach adults like you guys, right?
But you
Because
put
it's a new challenge. It's a new challenge, and you are very appreciative, and I really feel good about this class. And I'm really glad that when people come back to this class, because I have come and gone a few times myself, but then people find out that I'm back, and then they rejoin the class, and we had 2, 4, 6, 8. So, we had a really nice class today of about 10 people. So that's
yeah,
wonderful. And
you're right.
it was lively. It goes fast.
You
We
your
we have
children needs in terms of helping us. So I do appreciate a lot wholeheartedly. I mean, I appreciate it because
You're
it's
welcome.
your commitment. So thank you. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
you're welcome. Okay, so we will continue on this time slot. I really like this time slot because if I go over a few minutes, then I'm not in somebody else's class, right? Okay, so I picked the last time slot available on purpose, you see, because I've gone over 4 minutes. Like, who cares? There's no other teacher after me, right? Okay. So we will continue Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 o'clock London time. All right, and we will continue with essential English idioms. Okay, this is Teacher Joanne wishing you a very happy weekend. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week. Okay.
Thank you, teacher. Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you, teacher.
You're
Bye-bye,
welcome.
guys. Have a good
Okay.
one.
Have a nice
Bye
week, teacher
bye.
Juan.
Okay. Bye now.